Hi everyone, happy Monday. It's Antoya again with IamTW Online Resource Center, where I share information related to our financial benefit and personal growth. Um, you're more than welcome to watch live or at your own convenience. And today I'm going to talk about time management. I think I was like reading a post and it was about time management and it made me think about a lot of what I've been through and how I've been managing my own time. But this time it wasn't more like about just how we could save a few minutes here and there to get something done. It's really more about time management as it relates to our level of productivity in accomplishing our goals, our personal goals, whatever that may be for you. You write that down, okay? And so my statement is, if time is money and money is the expression of our values, desires, beliefs, and interests, then the question isn't so much about how are we properly managing our money as opposed to how are we managing our time well. How effective are we with managing our time as it relates to our values, our desires, our beliefs, our interests that we say that we have? How effective are we if your goals, if your values are stated as one thing? Is your time that you're spending in or exchanging producing those returns where it's getting you towards accomplishing your goals or sustaining those values and sustaining those beliefs and maintaining those interests you have? So today I'm going to talk about um, time. I'm going to first talk about managing money and seeing how we all have we are at different places in our lives, right? So I'm going to present to you like 6 different aspects of money management to see where you may fall in that category. I know where I am, and I want to share it to so that you will all be able to see where you are and say, oh, okay, maybe I could work on this area, maybe I could work on that area, and you don't seem um I won't say lost, but maybe you're not aware, and when you know the whole picture, you could say, oh, okay, if I start focusing on investment a little more, I see how this could help me during retirement or saving for short-term goals like buying a house, a car, things of those natures. But that interest, that is subjective. That's according to your own personal wants. And so you'll hear me use the term interest a lot, so that when I say interest, you think about what you want out of life. You think about what material things you're trying to make happen on earth, okay? And then when I do that money part, I'm gonna switch it and make you think about your time and how that is being managed and how the people around you are impacting your life and creating an environment where it's making your time more efficient. Your actions and everything of that nature helps it more, allows you to achieve those goals more quickly. Okay, so because this is 30 minutes, I'll open up my office to you all. If you have any questions, please feel free to type it on the comments or inbox me. I will see the comment that you make. I will see the questions that you ask through inbox, and I'll make an attempt while I'm talking to answer that for you. So I do appreciate you all joining and watching. All right, so um, factor number 1 of money management is savings. Savings. Where are you when it comes to saving your money? On my online resource center at www.imtw.online.net, -online.net, I'll type it in. You can get access to resources that will help you with budgeting that will help you with understanding um, how to save more of your money and make sure it's allocated where it needs to go, to see where you are spending more of your money in areas that maybe you don't have to and you want to focus it on other things. So the resources are there. The experts are telling you all the time ABC and 1 2 3. The numbers don't lie. So we know we have to do ABC and 1 2 3, but we understand life is so complicated, and I'm telling you, I hate it when somebody asks me a simple question regarding a complex situation. Like, come on, you are not going to get a simple answer. Like, life is so much more complicated than that. But, people will give you the resources you need so that you can align and do that and accomplish A, B, and C. But when it's a challenge for you or a challenge for me, we know that it's not just one answer, go open that door. We understand that there's other situations and things involved that might be hindering that. And so we got to change something as far as our attitudes are and start doing things differently. So that's the first factor, is savings. The question would be for the savings category, when it relates to your interests, beliefs, and values. Savings is about building your interest. So again, you hear me saying that interest part, right? I don't know, a car, a home, just more savings so you could comfortably pay your bills. You may have kids. They have resources available for people who have blended families. Like, I can give you advice as a parent, but I could give you a book. I got to find the name of this one book that has it's about budgeting for blended families. So I take that into consideration, because I don't know what that is like. But as soon as I find out the name of that book, I'll post it on my media platforms. So savings is about building your interest, growing that. So we're stacking 6 months of living expenses, right? Because if we lose a job, we at least could cover ourselves for that long until we find another job. That's wisdom. Why? Because it's saying no jobs are guaranteed. It's saying while we're grateful for the work that we have, we ultimately have to take the first responsibility in paying ourselves first. Savings is about paying yourself first, and that is probably the biggest thing that I have seen in my own progress in life is not being able to pay myself first. As soon as we get a job, it's like we already got to pay people we owe. Oh, you know what? You got to pay that rent, or you know what? You got to pay these bills that's due, that's been behind, and it's like it's already backwards from the get go. But we are never trained and ingrained in our minds to, when you go to work, set this money aside. I won't say never, because it's not for everyone, because some people, they're able to be taught that way and given that opportunity. Like, under no circumstances compromise that responsibility. And it took me a long time to get that. But on the flip side of paying myself first, I stuck to like my commitments of wanting to accomplish my goals. So while keeping a job I probably had difficulties with, I still knew the goals that I had, and I was able to pay myself, and it rewarded me in the long run after all. So now I'm building and earning a living the way that it makes me happy, the way it respects my values and beliefs. Okay, factor number two, for managing money, is insurance. Savings was about growing your interest. You putting your money into that to build that interest, make it happen. Interest is about protecting your interest. Okay, so along the way, it's difficult. Um, we probably have less money and a little more debt, but it's about protecting your interest. So, what is that interest? Having your kids to be able to have money for college. Paying off that mortgage. Most people get insurance to say that if they're unable to work due to premature death or due to disability, like you just can't go to work, they put themselves in a position where they allocated some of that savings to be protection. So they invested in insurance policies to say, if I can't do it, at least I invested in an insurance plan that would send money to pay for college, send money to pay off the house, the car, to transfer business that I own or you own, So insurance is very critical. The more assets that you have, the more insurance you may even need. So I don't give simple answers as to what type of term policy you should have, or if you should have a permanent one. It's all based on your situation. Do you want advice from somebody that's telling you just get this and get that, and they don't take into consideration your full your personal situation, the whole part of it, kids, everything. Okay, so that was number two. Insurance, protecting your interests, whether that's your kids, business, whatever you would attain and you are maintaining, that's your interest. Okay. Third, investing. Investing is about supporting your interests, supporting your desires. Now you've seen what you could do. You building with your savings, you protecting your savings and other goals that you want to accomplish through insurance. The third one is going to be investing, where you are saying, I like this, I want to keep this going. This is the driver of maintaining your system, your goals, your desires. This is the key component right here, because when you're investing, it's not so much about investing money, it's about investing your time. So if those two agree, well, that train is going to take off real fast, because if you didn't like it, you won't send your money that way. You won't even waste your time in that direction. You follow me? Your money is important, and it's about time we start being a little bit of being more conscious about how we're spending those dollars. Is it helping you get towards your goals? Some of us, when it comes to that, investing that time to make our goals come true, to be that doctor, that lawyer, that nurse, um, to get a better quality paying job. You are investing your time and your money, and take pride in that, because it will reward you later. Okay, and that, you know what, and with that investment period, for some of us, depending on the upbringing we have, it takes a little longer. It is a little harder. I know that from my own accounts. And we're just digging out of that pit. We're just digging out of that grave just to see light. And when you make it there, it is so revitalizing. It is so like, oh my gosh, I made it. I was just trying to get to this surface to where I could be me. I can do the things that I love. I can find work that I enjoy doing, and I don't mind giving that service to the people who choose to buy my services. And so that's what I want you to think. So marriages, business, you're investing your time. Hopefully you're happy with this investment, because you don't want to be wasting your time. And sometimes we just not properly investing. We're putting in negative things, negative bad thinking. And we could be good people with bad ways, or inefficient thinking. We need more wisdom and resources, so that you could transform what used to be a headache of a situation to something that's productive and useful and joyful to be around. If you got to go to work every day, you don't want to be around toxic people. You want to be around people who know their priorities, know their responsibilities, and want to be a team player. Life is hard for everybody, but if you got to be somewhere all the time, well, I want to have fun while I can, and then when my job requires me to be serious and focused and intense, I need to be alert. I need to preserve my energy for that, because I'm investing in something that I know in turn is going to suit me well anyways. So you want to give your all into that and keep a strong mind in the process. Okay, number 4, retirement planning is part of your wealth management, your money management. Retirement planning is about you growing old. You're saving your money for that interest of being able to take care of yourself while you're old. You were building anyways when we started the savings building part. Well, it's hard to find people who are going to want to take care of you now. Are they really going to want to take care of you in the future? So why not set aside that money, so that um, in the future, that there will be nurses, or one of whether it's in home or at the nursing center, someone, or the retirement place you live, someone will be able to give you that proper care. Or if it's going to be your family members who will take care of you, you save money for that so that it's not such a burden. And then guess what? They get to enjoy more of your presence. Let's do what's what really matters, what is really most important, and your interest is the one that determines that this is important. Okay, so retirement planning is one of those aspects. Okay, because again, if you have an interest in enjoying a good life while you're older during in retirement, or want to start a hobby or a business, you invest for that. Okay, also another point I want to make about investing is that the concept of compound interest. So your money is the money you save is working on your behalf, accumulating extra dollars for you. So you're going to work doing the first part. You earn this set amount, but when you invest it and that money goes out into the world, into our country, you're helping other businesses thrive, and then guess what, they pay you a return on that. So by you giving and investing, guess what, that comes back into returns and interest. And so now, not just living off your one regular salary, you've developed another stream of income by investing into the market. So talk to an investment advisor who could tell you what's the best approach for your needs, for your wants. Okay, so that was investing, retirement planning. Also, I want to talk about estate planning. Okay. Estate planning is about, you've already did the last 4 steps. You got your savings and buildings growing. You got your insurance to protect your interest. You got your investment to add to that growth with your interest, with supporting it. So it's your right hand man that's gonna help drive and support your interests and desires, whether it's to start a business, buy a home, or for your retirement. That investment part is important. And then the retirement plan is once you're there and you get old, you need to have yourself taken care of. And there's so much to discuss in all those categories. I could talk about each one on a different time. So estate planning is, you did all of that, and now it's like, okay, well, I created this wealth. I want to leave it to my family. I want to leave it to friends. I want to leave some items that I have to some charities. That's when you talk to a estate attorney, and they're going to spell out what you want. Well, you're going to spell it out, and they're going to, advise you on that. And estate planning allows your beneficiaries to inherit what you've accumulated. So whether it's for a business, to keep a business running, whether it's for a house so that your kids, your family, your spouse could have transportation, or for a home, they could continue to have a home, they can have money to do whatever they want to do. And taxes are involved once those items are transferred, some of the times, or whatever, in some cases. So we want to minimize taxes for you as best as possible. But the most important thing is to make sure you know who your beneficiaries are, who's going to take over, spell that out so it's no confusion and bickering, and no need to go to the court to discuss these things, because this is yours. This money was under your management, so you just want to put yourself in a position where you can have the say on what to do with your hard-earned savings. So that's the component of estate planning. Now somebody else is going to take over what you build and continue that legacy on, repeating the same steps: savings, insurance, investing, and retirement planning. Okay, so you feed in that system. You perpetuating proper management skills and proper care of your life. And then one more component would be wealth management, which is where you have an advisor that help you go over all those aspects and make sure you're protecting your interests, make sure everything is in alignment with your goals. Any changes that come along the way in any quarter of the year, you're going to follow up with your advisor and let them know, or they might check up on you twice a year, once a year, however. And they're going to just make sure that any changes that comes about, that your financial portfolio is adjusted for that. Because changes happen. But everybody, once they know that, they have to shift their money, make some changes and adjustments so that it continues to reflect the overall interests and goals of that individual. Okay, so now I talked about that. That was awesome, right? I hope y'all enjoyed that part with understanding the different aspects. So wherever you fall into and you say, okay, I need to focus on retirement planning, you can feel free to give me a call, inbox me. I'll talk to you more about that. I can make an appointment for you to speak with an advisor who could help you with that. Also, okay, so I discussed these different aspects of money management. What is the key component here? Money. That means you have money, right? So in order to have money, we got to work for it. Correct. So what does that mean? That means your time is needed. Your efforts is needed. So what that means? You are more important than even that money. Money is important, but you are important. So once you can get this together, this mind together, and understand who you are and the kind of work you want to do, the kind of lifestyle you want to support, you start to be conscious of the way you're going to spend your money and start thinking about those different aspects that I just covered with you. So with time management, every day is a gift. Once you have the proper perspective in life, I haven't seen another human being make an ocean, make the trees, make the birds, all the animals. Those things are so beautiful to me. All this other stuff that we see man accomplish, we know that man could accomplish, another person could accomplish it as well. And so when we have that proper perspective that the earth is our gift to enjoy, everything else is like icing on the cake. It's the cherry on top. And you're just trying to wiggle and find your way to, see how you can be a part of that production that is going on in society, that is changing lives and making our lives much more efficient. The things that we do, making it much more efficient. I mean, the smartphone, the telephone, airplanes, all of those things. And you're just trying to find your way into that and saying, okay, I'm making a living like this. I like this, and I want to earn my money that way. So once you find that and you stick to it, you are successful. You are successful. And all it requires is for you to be consistent as much as possible. But more importantly than consistency, because people say consistency, I say perseverance. Because if depending on your situation, it could be hard sometimes to be consistent. But if you just fight long enough, and just like how the Bible say, a seed, faith, the small of the size of a mustard seed, I believe that it will empower you to not give up. Because if you saw what it looked like, every day you was doing the same thing around the same people, you see what the outcomes come. Either you're going to change your mind and outgrow that mindset, or you're just going to stay stuck at this lower level of thinking and just be on that. So when people meet me, I hope that they could say that Toya was refreshing. She shared something positive. She understood where I come from. None of us is perfect. If I didn't go through half the stuff that I went through, I wouldn't be able to relate to other people. We all got like mistakes and bad choices and poor choices we made. It's like, okay, we didn't intend to hurt people. We just ignorant. And speaking of ignorance, I have an upcoming workshop with Daisy Alexander this Thursday at 11 o'clock. We're going to be talking about the various types of insurance regarding your home, your car, buying a car, renter's insurance, life insurance, and how it could help you for your needs. And I think stay tuned, because she's really going to share a lot with you. I mean, I went to a workshop and she spoke, and I just learned like a lot. And that's what my online resource center is about, so that we don't have to stay ignorant. We seek in places that's offering the information, okay? And what else would I like to say before I sign off? So I have that workshop coming up. I'll be providing some. If you go on my online resource center, the website, I have articles that talk about having you mentally prepared for buying a home, um, buying life insurance, and buying a car. So keep watching. I appreciate you all watching, and I hope that even this short video, you found it to be useful. But it's just one way to plant a seed, and you take it and run with it. Okay. You all take care now, and if you have any questions, please ask. I'll check my inbox right now. I don't think I have any questions. I feel like I wanted to make a point and I didn't do it. But oh yeah, when it comes to people around you, like sometimes things just seem like it's a hindrance, right? And the best thing that we could do is to keep a positive mind. And sometimes like we can might have this depression mindset, and that could be feeding your difficulties and challenges. So while we don't want toxic people around us either, check your mind to make sure you're not feeding yourself garbage because you think everything is so hard and difficult, when in reality it could be something that is just even the best thing for you in comparison to other avenues. Okay, so stay strong and keep up the good work, everyone. Thank you. Love you all. Take care. Bye.